Hello, hola. Welcome to the Lifestyle by Budgeting. Make sure you click, comment, and subscribe. My name is Janaidi from the beautiful Garden State, and today we're going to talk about our November budgeting. Now, before I get into my iPad, which I'd like to do everything digital, I do always try to put a pen to paper first because realistically, who has all those numbers down in their head? So here are my bills for November. Bear with me, y'all. So I do have a full-time job, but they do pay hourly and I work night shift. So I put here EH, and EH is my company, and what I assume to make minimum is 1,500 every 2 weeks. Now that could change depending if I do like overtime, if I come late, if I use vacay, things like that. It can change, but I'm assuming minimum is gonna be 1,500. And then of course I get a child tax credit because I have a beautiful bouncing baby boy, pandemic baby boy at that. So that extra definitely helps. So when we get down to expenses, we do pay rent. My boyfriend and I is 1,400, but we split it. So 700, and then I split that 350. So we are a month ahead. So I split it for December. So don't think I'm like splitting it and I'm like super late. No, I'm splitting it, and then that will be for December. So I have a self credit card due the 3rd, but because it is the 3rd and my first paycheck is the 5th, I had budgeted that to pay with October. So that's already paid for. Then we have our cell phone, $273. I know, kind of expensive, but in December, 3 of the phones that we have like the payment plan on finishes. So I'm assuming that's gonna help and go down tremendously. Then I have a Susu, which I put in 200 every 2 weeks. Amazon medical. So medical is when I gave birth to my son, he had some unpaid medical bills that the insurance didn't pay. So that is quite a balance. I will discuss in my debt payoff video, but I am paying $125 a month. CMRE is a collections account, y'all. I got sent to collections. So I did get mail that I had to owe, like I said, for giving birth. And I was like, oh, whatever, like no one really pays medical bills, but I was like, let me pay my son's because it's his name. I don't want to like have anything lingering his name. I did not pay attention to mine, and they sent me to collections. It's actually like a whole bunch of different accounts, but there's this one main account that they sent me to collections for, so I'm tackling that first. Then my Susu again, credit card, Netflix, my car note, I know it's so expensive, my insurance, Disney, Apple, another credit card, Optimum. So it's a little like scratched up here because I did cancel it for October. So apparently I canceled it late October and like mid-cycle. So I'm just gonna keep the Wi-Fi, and I'm assuming it's gonna be 55, but it might be a little bit more. It used to be 132, so we'll see what I actually end up paying. But I'm budgeting and being hopeful for 55. My PNC&G is 100, and I keep $5 rollover. For envelopes, we have food. I budget 200. Marley, which is my baby boy, 50. Auto, 30. I'm like, oh my god, Jenny, 30 for the month. My boyfriend and I share a car, and I only work like 10 minutes away, so I really only kind of have to put if he doesn't put, because he's really good at putting the gas. So that's why I kind of only budget myself $30. For home, I put 20 just for like paper towel, things like that. For me, I put 30, and miscellaneous $10. Now we go to sinking funds. I know people have like all these categories. I'm starting off small and hopefully work my way there once I get rid of some of these debts. But for now, sinking fund MHH is my son. He gets 70. Emergency gets 45. Holiday gets 45. Vacation gets 30. 3 months gets 40. Casa, which is for my home, because I do intend on buying next year, gets 40. Now, you guys see I'm in a susu, and it's actually for like 9 months or so. And when I finish collecting this money, it's gonna go to my casa for like the down payment. So I'm not putting like too much, like it's not up here because I do have these. But if I can, I will try to always put extra because the bigger the down payment, the better. Investment, $20. Myself, 60. Hence the scribble scrabble, because you know Big Mama always gets paid last. Giving gets 8, and auto maintenance gets 50. Alrighty. Now that we have that, okay, now we're getting into my digital spread. Now I use the Budget Mom worksheet. This is the printable one that I just downloaded it on my iPad. She is like so good in my opinion, and she's just very inspirational, and I have been using her for like a year and a half now, and it definitely helped me like to stay on track when I was on maternity, and you get like less pay and going back to work and then like that. But now I really want to focus on this debt payoff, because like I said, I do want to buy next year, and that is like my main goal. And if I can get rid of some of these credit cards and my car note, oh my god, that would be so good, because y'all, renting, I'm over it. So she starts off for a little motivational quote for the month, and we are heading towards November. So for November, you see here I have the 3rd, in red is the credit card, but it's in red, so we don't have to worry about that. So I do get paid the 5th and the 19th, hence the money bag. So anything I get paid on the 5th is blue, will get paid with that paycheck. And my child tax credit comes in the 15th, but I'm going to count that towards the 19th because we already budgeted and planned for this. So why spend extra if not need to at the moment? Then the 19th, I have with that paycheck and this money bag, we're going to pay the rest of these bills in green. We have some holidays coming up. My birthday is the 21st. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. We have Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving because I love turkey. And Black Friday, which I don't really participate in, but if y'all are out there, more power to you. And a little notes for the month. Stick to the budget. Don't overspend on food, which I always do. Lord Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And remember your whys. That's like a motto of hers that she loves to use, the Budget Mom. Remember your whys, remember your whys. And I try to always remember my whys. My whys is my son. So that's what we're here for. Then we're going to break it down to the first bill tracker of the 5th. This is how she usually has it set up. So your income, budgeted, actual, which Big Mama did work 1 overtime, so maybe an extra overtime, so we'll hope that actual was a little bit more. But then we have the rent, how we have it split up, the Susu, the Sprint, the Amazon, the medical, and the CMRE. Totals 1104, leftover 396. Then I budgeted for food 100, Marley 25, me 20, home 10, auto 10, miscellaneous 5, gives us 170, leftovers 226. Then MHH, my son, gets 40, myself gets 35, emergency 20, holidays 25. Now I did do my Christmas shopping already, but you know, you always want to get like a little bit more here or there. And then I use holidays also for like gifts and birthdays, so that's like a kind of all-inclusive envelope. So why not always stuff it when possible? Vacation is 20, 3 months 20, mi casa is 20, and best is 10, giving is 6, auto maintenance 30, which equals to 26, and we get a 0 balance because we try to be a 0-based budget. Now she gives all these beautiful pages for resources, like the envelope breakdown, so that's how you know how much money is going to go in each. Now I didn't fill it out because we are going to wait to see how much I actually get paid. If we get to pay a little bit more, I am going to try to stuff these envelopes, not all of them obviously, but some of them a little bit more. So I'm going to hold out on that until I actually get paid. Then we're going to go on over to the November 19th bill paycheck, which I have here my paycheck, the 1,500 plus the child tax credit, we get 18. The rent, the susu, the credit card, the credit one credit card, Netflix, GM, Progressive, Disney, Apple, Optimum, PSNG, Merrick, and my little try to put in a cushion, you know, why not? So my bill total is $1,458, leftover $342, and now I try to split up the rest of what's remaining. So the food is $100, Marley $25, auto $20, home $10, myself $10, miscellaneous $5. This kind of stays the same. I try to always make this monthly budget the same because, you know, day to day we're not trying to spend frivolously. So this I try to keep the same. And then sinking funds, that's what usually is different depending on my pay and how much I actually get paid. But the rest of it that we calculated turns out to my son gets 30, I get 25, emergency 25, holiday 10, vacate 10, 3 months 20, casa 20, invest 10, giving 2, and auto maintenance 20. We finish with the 172 and we have our zero-based budget. And again, she has the cash envelope breakdown where you put the categories and then how much you're actually gonna put and take out for it. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna fill it out until I get paid and I know the actual amount. We'll see. We're going to pray for the best, budget for the worst, and just kind of go with the flow. Oh, and say hello to my little owl. So like I said, I work nights, so we have this night owl theme going on here. And that is all for so far our budgeting breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you for just being on this journey with me. Let's just go on it together, be kind to each other, and move forward because let's enjoy the time when we're here. Alrighty, bye, adios.